Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to create this blue-green glittery ombre eyeliner, and the products I'm going to be using are the Urban Decay razor sharp liquid eyeliners. So if you'd like to see how I created this look, then keep watching. First, I primed my eyes with the Urban Decay Original Primer Potion, which is a clear primer and doesn't show up with any colour. I decided to use my Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette, and I used the 224 brush to apply the shade Nudie, which is like a skin colour, just all over my eyelid to help the colours blend. I then used the shade Blow, which is the only shimmery kind of shade in the palette to highlight the inner corner of my eye. And I used the Motives crease brush, which is actually more of a highlighting brush for me, to apply this to the inner corner of my eye. Next I went in with the shade Faith and used again the 224 brush to just apply that above my crease as a transition shade and buff it in windscreen wiper motion. I also used a few circular buffing motions to help blend that colour in, but also I kept adding little by little, which is the main thing about building up a blended eyeshadow look. Then to blend out that transition shade, I used the shade Commando to do so and blended in windscreen wiper motions mostly as well. I then decided to use shadow shields just to keep the look a bit more neater, and went in with the shade Lockout and a pointed crease brush to apply that to my crease. For my eyelid, I used a mix of the shade Nudie and Pregame and applied that with a flat eyeshadow brush. Now for the actual ombre eyeliner, and I used the shade Push, which is the darkest shade in our ombre eyeliner, and I used it for the flick of the eyeliner and followed the shadow shield's guide. I do apologise about the angle and the constant defocusing in this tutorial. I did try and keep an eye out, but it was hard to obviously concentrate on doing the eyeliner as well as looking at the camera, so do forgive me. So as with my last tutorial where I used liquid liner, I basically created a flick following the guide from the shadow shield, then created another line to join that flick and create the wing, and then fill in between. Next up was the shade Deep End, which is a teal kind of colour, and I just followed the lash line and overlapped it ever so slightly on the shade Push. Whilst the eyeliner was still wet, I went over with an angled liner brush and just blended the two shades together to create the ombre effect. The next shade was the shade Kush, which is a greeny shade, and I applied that again following the lash line just a bit further in and then overlapping it slightly over Deep End. And again just blending it with the angled liner brush in between. Finally, I used the shade Cuff to finish off the ombre eyeliner look and use it on the inner corner of my eye to join it to the shade Kush. For the glitter effect, I used the shade Spandex in the Heavy Metal Glitter Eyeliner, which I have been a fan of for years, and I mean literally years. I've loved this glitter, and the reason why I love it so much is because it's multi-dimensional, it's multicolored, and it literally suits pretty much every colour because it's got rainbow glitter in it. So I just added it on top of the eyeliner that I created, and that's it. After removing the shadow shield, I just cleaned up with a flat concealer brush and patted away any kind of telltale signs of the stickiness of the shadow shield. Because I'm not using lashes for this look, I decided to use my MAC 3D In Dimension mascara, which is my favourite, and you can read about it on my blog. And I really like to work this mascara into my lashes to create a sort of false lash effect, and I get so many compliments wearing this, so I definitely recommend it. To bring the look together, I used the shade Faith, which we use as our transition shade, and just applied that to the bottom lash line with a fluffy, pointy brush. Then of course I applied mascara to my bottom lashes as well. And of course for my waterline I used the 24/7 waterline pencil in Walk of Shame, which as you know is my favourite. I decided to tightline the top waterline and use the Perversion eye pencil by Urban Decay to do this. To complete the look, I used the Urban Decay lip pencil in Ex-Girlfriend, which is from the Gwen Stefani collection, and I used this all over my lips. And on top of that, I finally added the Motives Maven's liquid lipstick in the shade Reveal Me to create the perfect nude for this colourful eyeliner look. And this is the final look. So it's a pretty simple look to do, and if you have multicolored eyeliners then you can recreate this look fairly easily. So yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this by giving me a thumbs up. And for a full list of all the products used, don't forget to check out my blog.